making less or getting less or doing with less in order to help others have more is a key core part of transformational resistance in our world. And that dynamic is, if it's reactively worked with, it tends to impede change. People drag their feet. They limit their contributions. They try to find ways to, again, poke holes in the potential for change to occur, to judge it or criticize it in some way, and not to understand the need for change, the absolute fundamental requirement for change, including in all the areas that you've just described and globally in regard to the climate crisis. And in regard to the climate crisis, if we were to say just today and forever moving forward that we want to treat every country in the Southern Hemisphere as equal to every country in the Northern Hemisphere, and we're going to make that happen. We're going to choose it. We're going to affect it. We're going to require it to be so. Does it make sense that that would require a lot of people to go through a lot of transformational discomforts, learning new things, taking on new responsibilities and accountabilities and jobs and tasks, and that people resist that foundational change in their lives and they deny that that's what's occurring. They deny their resistance, and they're doing so literally at the expense of the lives of millions, literally millions of people today. Every single year, 5 million people are dying from the climate crisis. We are resisting changing what we're doing, changing our life, day-to-day life process, and it's costing the lives of 5 million people a year. There were, in World War II, 50 million people, give or take, died. In 10 years, 50 million people, if it doesn't get more than 5 million per year, will have died from the climate crisis. And that's going to accelerate likely in the future. Right now, there's 1 billion children, give or take, at risk for the effects of the climate crisis. 3 billion people who don't have access to a sustained supply of fresh water, clean fresh water. So if things in this world become destabilized, those people all become at risk. So we must act quickly, of course, to help solve these global issues. And that said, people are weighing. We would suggest there is no reason to be weighing, will I have my comforts next year, or should I help save the lives of these people that could die? Will I have the resources that I prefer to have and have become accustomed to, or will I let these people die? Are we making sense? Does it make sense that this calculation is going on constantly and unconsciously within the population? Should we help people, or should we retain our Western lifestyle? And so far, the scale has been tipping in regard to retaining the Western lifestyle while 5 million people plus a year die. And that choice is not being made evident and clear to humanity every single day, especially not to the Northern Hemisphere of the planet, and especially not in the United States, to every person in the United States. And we do have more capacity to help than most countries do. So how we shift that calculation in the collective, we would suggest, is a key core element of our organization's vision and mission, the application of the social movement engine platform, and the educational system that will be delivered on it.